smoky clubs to fields of green, her life took a turn, but her rhythm's still the same. Feel the passion burn. On stage she was a queen, now the land's a throne. Every note she sang now echoes in seeds she's sown. Her journey's just begun, a new chapter in her song. Watch her dance with the seasons, right where she belongs. She was a jazz and blues singer, making her way around the world. The journey stopped, but the song did not. So what's going on with you, girl? She started a YouTube channel and learned how to grow veggies, fruits, and bread, and a bunch of chickens in a row. Diva of the stage to diva in the dirt. Same diva, new life, diva in the dirt. Singing sweet melodies now with the earth. From city lights to moonlit nights, she's found her worth. With every seed she plants, a new story grows. From the mic to the soil, a rhythm she knows. Diva in the dirt, watch her thrive and gleam. Same passion, new dreams on the homestead scene.
Well, welcome. Good to see you all here. It's been a long time. And it's been a couple of months. So I do want to just put out the banner of all of the members that are in the Diva Club and just to say a big thank you to you all. And while that's happening, I do have a guest here already, and I'm going to bring up to the stage. Please give a round of applause to Robin Gardens. Woo!
Love it.
Oh, why not? And I'll do just some quick hellos. Oh, it's like you forget all the things that you do. You go, yeah, the glasses that your prescription glasses don't work for reading online. You have to use your drugstore cheaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get some funkier ones. Like these are just, they were just the Costco ones and whatever. So, and we'll say big hello to Homestead Aquarius, who came in. He was number 1, and then followed right away with Robin Gardens. Hello from Chicagoland. Woohoo! The Diva is back. Yes. And Jay from Ecology Today. Good evening from Huron Country, Midwestern Ontario, Canada, in the lee of Lake Huron. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. It's wonderful. I'm just going to scroll down. And MKP 007. Yay, you finally made a live. Well, thank you so much for making a live. And thank you again for your comments. I've noticed that you've been commenting, and so I do really appreciate that. Oh, Miss Sharon. Good to see you. Great to see you here. Thank you so much for coming in. What? Shawnee Groves, if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Yes, 100%. Please, Shawnee, check your email. What else did you say here? Yes, if you don't see the live has started, if you don't see it, then do refresh. And I think there is a bit of fighting going on between Homestead Aquarius and Jay. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing he's saying something. Oh, Brampton Gardner, good to see you. Heading to bed, but popping in to say hi and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Good to see you as well. And I'm missing all these other ones just because I want to say, and a welcome back, Diva in the Dirt. Thank you so much. It's been a long time. Good to be here. Hey, LuTube, good to see you. I hope you had a good Christmas and a great New Year. Yes, and you said Happy New Year as well. Good to see you. I have seen you, LuTube, that you've been playing a lot of live Fortnite recently. So I haven't popped in to see any of them, but I do see that you're doing that. And Andrews Northwest West Coins 397. Good to see you. Hey, Kentucky Goblin. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in and hanging out. My goodness. What a group of people. What a bunch of beautiful people. Good to see you, everybody here. and to spend. Yes, please smash that like button. I would appreciate that. And oh, the Bud Files, you popped in there. That's awesome. I appreciate that for coming in. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest, another latecomer. Why? Because she just got the link. Please give a round of applause to Shawnee Groves.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, it's been sitting in my inbox for an hour and a half, Shawnee.
Oh, that is a great place for it.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I clicked over and went, hey, it's still sitting there. You should send it.
I did. I checked and checked.
That's right. Hey, Trish, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. I hope you had a good Christmas. I know you just had some surgery. I hope you are still doing well, because when you did give the post and saying, I'm doing great, I hope you're still doing great as well. So good to see you here, for coming and hanging out with us. Yes, indeed. Oh. Okay,
all
I'm
these
done.
wonderful people here.
I know, but it's like, okay, I'm going to just say goodnight. Thanks for coming. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, for me to do. I'm going to do sound effects all night. You're going to love it. All of you are going to love the extra, sound effects that I have.
New features.
Cheering them. Oh, what?
Who did that?
New features. I did it myself. All right. Well, thanks, Lutube, for stopping in. I do appreciate that. You have a great night too. Oh, do not be rude to me, Brampton Gardner. I'm trying to do this one here. Oh, it's not that. It's coming in. Yeah. I am gonna do that. So no, I probably won't. I'll get too busy with other things and stuff like that. So anyway, again, I do want to thanks to all the members. Your name will be written at the bottom. So just to show my appreciation and to recognize that you are close in the Diva Club circle. But before we jump in, I just want to say thank you truly to everyone who kept watching and commenting and supporting the channel while I was away, because I have been away for a while. So, and so I will just kind of continue with that wherever I've been in the past 2 months. You're going to get to check out the raw videos. So at the end of October, I went up to my hometown for a week. My mom had a double hip replacement back in September, and it was a real struggle when you go from bent over, walking like this for 3 years, and they, lack of a better word, rip out your old hips and put in some new ones. It's a real hard struggle to get yourself upright, and because this feels totally foreign to my mom. And so my mom had, it was a real struggle for her. And so I went up just to go spend a week. I was going to, sing over her, sing, old hymns and things like that. And I arrived on a Tuesday, because she wasn't getting out of bed, because it was just the fear of having to stand was not there. I arrived on a Tuesday. The following Monday, the first video, I did post it yesterday, and so within less than a week, she was already transferring herself from bed to chair. And so my week turned into 35 days that I stayed there. And also within that first 10 days, she said, you know what? I was supposed to move down with you 2 years ago, and I didn't, and now I will. So my mom is here with me, and so I was making those videos, and they're just kind of raw videos, not a whole lot of editing, and it was to kind of show our friends and family, and so I have these 15 videos of her progress, and so I am going to be releasing those over the next kind of week. I'll kind of do 2 a day or whatever. Some are short, some are long, just to encourage people that when you go through something very difficult, you need a support system around you, and just to encourage people to keep getting up even when your chips are down. That's what I found, was that we just had a really huge community around us praying, for my mom, for me. The 35 days I was there for 10 hours a day. I'd go in at about 10 in the morning, and then I would leave at 8 in the evening. I was on my feet the whole time. No back pain, no leg pain, no knee pain, nothing. It was just totally bizarre. And I just every day did the same kind of thing like that. So, yeah, but also tonight is it's not all catching up me. It's also easing into this year together and hearing what's ahead for all of us. But to start, I always love to do show and tell. Oh, hang on, I should have a media asset. I need a
Sparkling.
Let's do. That's right. Applause. Show and tell time. Well, I want to see, what is drum roll bongos?
Oh, okay. Like a build up. Yeah.
That's right. Build up.
Big reveal.
So, yeah. So, do either of you ladies have any show and tell today?
Oh, I guess I can do a show and tell.
I do have some stuff to talk about, but I like Robin's show and tell. It's shiny, like leather.
But wait,
It's what all
It's got
the cool
accessories.
holder.
Oh, a thumb holder.
Yeah.
Yes, it is amazing. It's what all the cool kids are doing this year. They're all getting a sling. I'm hoping to get one too, because I would like to kind of look cool.
Don't you
No, I
think like
don't.
this part we should have pins, like
Yeah.
garden
Yes,
accents? Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll work on that.
Absolutely. Oh, I just want to. Bow tie life. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Yeah. So, what have you got? Well, we did see Robin's, and Robin was a good Samaritan trying to help a person that had fallen, and with another person, and it just became a gong show, and so she has some fractures and probably some pulled tendons in her shoulder. Yeah. So from now on, she's not going to be a good Samaritan when she sees someone falling. It's like, you're on your own. You're
Great.
Dial
All
911.
professionals. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it doesn't look so good, when you're like, whoa, no, go ahead, you go fall. You broke your hip. Too bad.
You're going to have to lay there until somebody gets here.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got there, Miss Shawnee?
So my show and tell has to do with it's the new year. We're going to have a new gardening season. It's a little bit of a seed haul. Okay. It is
Yes.
a gift from our lovely Robin Gardens sent me like a seed mist thing. So it's beautifully packaged,
I got-
waterproof material here. And there's
Look
a
at
lovely
that.
handwritten note on them. So I can read
Aw.
what they are, and you can see what the seed shape is, because sometimes that's the funnest part, right?
Look at that.
This is different poppies, and so I'm going to have to put these out before my winter is over so they can have access to that cold stratification, right?
Oh, is that what you do?
And then they'll actually grow the flower for me. So it's usually 6 weeks or so before my last frost date.
Uh-huh.
That one's exciting because that's the flowers. And then something I need to start soon in February would be this
Oh,
onion.
yes.
Alyssa Craig is some kind of large sweet, so I would eat this right away. It doesn't have a good storage ability, it looks like. So
Mhm.
that's exciting. It's an onion seed if you've never seen that before. I have something new to me to grow, which I've never done successfully, with a eggplant. Aubergine is this one. And I don't know how to eat it or anything. So that'll be really exciting because I do have a cookbook here next to me that makes me even more excited to grow different things. This is exciting because it is an early girl tomato. So I live with a really short
Nice.
season, right?
Yes,
So I want to
yes.
get in there. Now this one is an experiment. It's a tomato and it's special. And we're going to talk about it with Robin when the time comes. But that's a little special little teaser for you. And then there's a couple more. This is a type of watermelon. And that's the color
Ooh,
of the seed because it's an
really?
orange flesh.
Wow.
So personal size sounds like it. Good evening, THC. And then this is a tomato called Mr. Tartar's German, which is huge.
Oh,
They are.
fun.
Now, this one's special because I've never grown a Cherokee Carbon before tomato F1.
Wow.
And it is like my favorite purple Cherokee, but it isn't going to get all splitty on me, I hear.
That's awesome.
My favorite plant, dill. If you know, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
And this, I know, this is that pepper she always talks about. I have the magic pepper, that Anaheim pepper. So that was my little
Awesome.
show and tell, was this is what's coming up in the growing of
That's
the gardens.
awesome. That's fantastic. That's yeah, they're like, you know, that's super exciting because it's like you've seen all of these vegetables and flowers that Robin has grown,
Yes.
you know, and it's easy to drool over them, and it's like, now you are the fine owner of all those seeds. It's just like, that's so good. Okay, so my show and tell. So I'm gonna do some fun stuff, and then I've got another one that is quite exciting. So being a YouTube partner, or well, being a YouTuber, I've joined a group that's run by YouTube, and you know, and they really try to, you know, help with making shorts and help with doing lives. And so, like last fall, it was like, you know, have memberships and stuff, and so I did all that they had said to do, and I earned a T-shirt or a sweatshirt, and so I ordered that, and but I forgot to go and order it. So I ordered it just a few months ago and I got it, which was great. And then there was this other one. Oh, I wish I could remember what I did this one for, but
fall into shorts.
I think it is the fall into shorts. I think it is, where it was over 2 months and I had to do, and yeah, I think I got both gifts. Nope. Yep. Nope. I don't know.
She did a challenge and she did it and she succeeded, and there's a prize, everybody.
That's right. And there was a prize. And so this was the first one. And look at how cute this is.
Wow.
I know I've showed it before, like, you know, last year. So I wanted to show it again with these are all my YouTube winnings that I've gotten. And it's super cute. I don't know. I think there is a button you push or no, I think it's here. Yeah. You push it.
Usually,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so it's super cute, and it's just like, I got my own little cooler. And then this one, I did do a little short. This was this for fall into shorts? I don't know.
We'll never know.
I know. I got this, and I was so excited. Now, before I went away in October, so my next live, I was going to show it. So it's this cute little neon light. And I went to practice it earlier today because it does turn on, but you're not going to see how cute it is. Oh, that's better. Before it was just a big glare. So I have the YouTube play button. You know, it's not the silver platter or silver whatever that thing is.
Silver platter would be cool.
I know. I would love the silver. I'd love the silver, whatever the thing is that people hang on their wall.
Play button.
Oh yeah, the play button. So yeah, if I pull it back here, then it's not so bad. Because I thought, wouldn't that be cute if I could just have it here? But it's like, look at that. It's
it's a blur.
Just a blur. Like,
yeah.
And then and these are like, these are novelty things. Like, I'm not like, you know, like, oh, this is my lifelong dream to have these things. But you know, Shawnee and I, we've spoken about it before, and the one thing that it does is it definitely motivates me to keep going. You know, like on those days where you're like, I don't want it, but you go, you know what? You have to get 16 shorts out, Maureen, in a matter of whatever. You got to do 4 shorts a week over 2 months, and it's like, so I was getting to the point where it was like, okay, you know what? Just feel myself, you know, look at something. I was like, I don't know what to do. But the last one I just got, again, I don't know what it's for. I should really have this.
For working hard on YouTube.
That's right.
That's what it's for.
I haven't even opened this.
Okay, can we guess?
Sure. What is it?
A blanket.
Is it soft?
Do we get 3 questions?
Oh.
It is soft. Because I thought this was fall into shorts. Or maybe this was I don't know. Who I don't know.
She's had to do like live streams and shorts and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the live streams. This one was fall into shorts. So these two where you had to do a certain amount of lives and you had to do membership only videos. This was all in the summertime, but I had gotten that just before I left. Look at it.
Oh boy.
It's a YouTube blanket. You were right, Shawnee. It's a
I was
blanket.
right.
A lappy.
A lappy.
It's like the Sherpa wool.
Yes.
Mhm.
Look at that.
There.
It's fuzzy.
Oh, and it zips. I don't know.
What?
Well, it's got a zipper here.
Oh.
Maybe you turn it inside out when you wash it. There's a little zipper.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I ordered the blue. I think it was, I don't know if there was other, or I don't know, maybe you put it, you put something else in the side of it. Like you can put it down. It looks pretty small, but yeah, it's got the YouTube logo on it.
It sure does.
So yeah, this one was for fall into shorts. The other two, that one was over a few months, and it was, making sure you did lives, you did membership videos and things like that. So I did. But my exciting, because I had a mail call as well over the Christmas holidays, and I have two envelopes. Don't need to put all of our addresses on there. That's right. So I haven't opened them yet, and you'll never guess who they came from.
Yeah, just don't show the address.
Exactly. Well, it was like mine is the big one on the front. Mind you, in this day and age, I think it's pretty easy for people to figure out your address and all that stuff.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yes. So there's some similarities to your show and tell, Shawnee.
We did not plan this.
Oh, is this a get well card? No. I also got beautiful. It's a happy birthday card, which I always say, send it in a happy birthday. I also got seeds from Robin Gardens. So I have the blacks. I love how you do, like, you're so detailed. Like, look at this.
Yes.
She's put them all on here, flipping them. So these are our pink double poppy, the black peony poppy, and the Flemish antique poppy, and the black swan poppy. Prepare bed. And so she explains on how to put them all together. There it is. Ooh,
you're not going to get that at a seed swap, I don't think. She's pro.
Hungarian blue poppy, bread seed type. What does that mean, bread seed type?
That's the kind that you can use with your
bread.
Bread seed poppies. I thought you'd like that.
Yeah. Because it's
Poppy
like,
bread.
well, maybe that's all I'm going to be planting is the blue ones. And I also got the Alyssa Craig onions. Yay. And, and then the winter squash. I got a winter squash and...
The squash queen has squash.
This is butterscotch. Winter squash. It's a butterscotch. It's a butternut. Ooh.
Butternut, okay.
I do struggle with the butternuts. I do know that.
Yeah,
Telvez tomato. Ooh, pricey seeds. Okay. So that is another one. This is the one I was really excited about. What is it? What is it? Hold still, Maureen.
Make yourself big.
Oh,
Does it start with a D?
You are correct, Shawnee.
Ooh,
Now you can have dill bouquets.
dill ducat.
I hope I will have dill bouquets. This is dill ducat. I'm very excited. And I also got the Anaheim pepper.
Oh, look at you.
And I got the early girl. What a gift.
That dill ducat is special because it's more of the ferny frony dill.
Yes. And you two are going to hold my hand. Ooh, and I got the squash pineapple from Baker Creek.
Wait, hold that. What is that?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Squash pineapple.
It's like a funky patty pan.
Yeah. And then I also got the Cherokee Carbon. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. It's just awesome. Thank you so much. What a seed haul this was, Robin.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that.
I have a bit of a stash.
Oh, just a bit. I'm so glad you were able to part with a couple.
Yeah. that squash is a regift because it's the type that the squash vine borers go nuts for, and you have less of a problem with that than Shawnee and I do.
That's just true. They don't cross over the Rocky Mountains, I guess. So it's kind of a happy thing for me because it's like I'm sitting there going, well, everybody else has got them, and I keep so far nothing. So it's just hopefully it'll stay that way. Exactly. Oh, welcome, Living and Cooking. Good to see you here. I'm going to see if I missed anybody while I was away, paying attention to everything else. Looks like we're okay. Yeah. So I know Tigsy has emailed me because we do the Seedmas and stuff like that. And so I am going to be sending out some Nona tomatoes. She also wanted all three of my pear style tomatoes. So the Franchi giant, the Franchi or the Provenzano tomato, which is made here in British Columbia or is developed here in British Columbia, and then the Franchi giant pear tomato. So anyway, so I would love to know. Yes, I do, Shawnee. I want to go back to my banners here. So,
okay. Sounds good.
So I'm just going to have a couple of questions as we chat with the group. What's something new or changing on the horizon for each of you this year?
Well, I'm going to make it short.
You're going to make it short?
I'll make it short. The new thing is less waste. Okay, everybody, you're going to hold me to this. If things are going to be in their harvest window, my butt needs to be at that garden property picking it, because last year I wasted food. My peas got too big and too hard, and I pulled them off instead of just leaving them on to save for seed at that point, because what was I thinking? I knew it would taste like garbage. So
Right.
I want prime picking harvest times, right?
Yes. That's awesome.
I want to make my own fertilizers and actually use them.
Right.
That's going to be new because I've never been able to accomplish that.
I need to edit this because it's going to pop out again. Okay. That's a good one. That's another one I like.
Yeah.
Anything else?
To the world and will help keep you accountable.
Right. Exactly. I think this other one might work for another answer, so I'm going to save that one.
Okay. Anything else that you have? No? Okay. And Robin, how about you? You're having to rearrange and readjust everything right now, right?
This is going to come out in a video before, but I'll just give a sneak peek now. I have ordered raspberries, so I am going to have another kind of berry in my yard. I took advantage of the Epic Garden, yum yum sale at Black Friday to get a new bed. And then the raspberries. And I've always hesitated because you're not supposed to grow raspberries apparently within X number of feet of blackberries because they can pass bad things back and forth. So it's going to go over on the side of the house over here. But yeah, that's my big thing. But it will be Big Al that is most likely going to plant those.
It's going to become the Al show.
It is.
For a little while.
I'll be the cameraman.
Homestead Crisis. Great. This place is full of seed junkies, and I'm just trying to quit. And Tigsy says, Seedmas is going strong in the gardening community. Yes. Yeah. And I love that idea that we request seeds or send seeds to one another. I think it's a great way to increase your catalog, and just that longevity. It's like now this seed, it was first in your home, now it's here, now it's at Shawnee's, now it's at other people's places, and it just continues to grow. Not just the food, but just the longevity of it, and the preservation, and just that what's the word that I want when we're trying to keep ourselves sustainable. It becomes more sustainable, which is really good. I really like that idea.
For a backyard gardener, we don't need the number of seeds that often come in a pack, right? So why not share it?
Exactly.
Oh,
Well,
I love the grow, feed, share vibes I'm feeling in here, which is a theme over at Shawnee Grows this year.
it certainly is. It certainly is. I love it. Mhm. Yeah, people are pushing seeds every day right now. It's a pretty incredible addiction that we've got going on, which is a good addiction. But yes, yeah, I'm loving the videos that I've seen of different you the different gardeners, and you two especially, and just what it inspires and it encourages you just to go, yeah, I want to do more. And my problem is I do tend to plant, it's like, there's not a lot of me in the house, like a lot of people in my house anymore. And so it's like, just do 2. And I'm like you, Shawnee, you go, well, then I need to do 4. But then I think, well, I should actually do 6 plants. And, and it just keeps, and then you got 6 plants of everything. And now it's a jungle. But at the same time, I just find that it's like it helps you to have good, strong plants. If you have a plant that maybe is not so healthy, that one is the fall guy for everybody else. It gives you food to share with one another. It gives you seeds for your following year. So I have a hard time not just planting all of the seeds. It's really tough, and that's one of the things that I need to personally work on. Is like I need to start getting rid of that thing where you don't have to plant them all. You don't have to plant, 6 varieties of zucchini, Maureen. Get it down to 2 and plant 4 plants. That's more than enough. But then the following year, now I'm rambling, but then the following year I go, I'm only going to plant the 4, and 2 of the plants don't make it, and 1 barely produces. And you're like, so what's it going to be this year? It's all that sort of thing that makes it difficult for me. Newer changing on the horizon for me this year is I'm going to scale back again, because it was kind of like this past year. It's like plant the food we eat, because we don't eat we don't eat honeydew, we don't eat those kinds of things. So I did the mango melons. I got the seeds from Tigsy. Marissa enjoyed those, but it's like stay away from things that you're actually not going to be able to utilize and preserve. So that's kind of my thing is making sure scaling back even a little bit more this year. Maybe not as many squash plants, because if I showed you my larder, it's like, yeah, if if the world shut down tomorrow, we'd have good squashes for the next year for the 2 of us, or the 3 of us now.
You have a unique thing too as well, because you aren't just growing to feed your family. You are growing to feed other families with your farm stand. So what sold well also comes into play for what we're growing. Maybe you're closing the farm stand, but I'm assuming you're going to have it again.
No, how do I do that? No, I'm not closing the farm stand. But yes, there is that part of me. It's like, maybe I should just scale back that. No, because it's like people enjoy them. Do I know what people bought? What was a good seller? Not really.
Okay.
So sell your seedlings.
That is always the idea. And
I do that. I do that at the beginning of the year. If there is some healthy ones, I will sell them. And that did fairly well. But then it's hard when whatever gets left. It's like, thank you for growing, and I'm sorry you didn't get bought. Okay, I'll take you and I'll put you out at the farm, or I'll put you somewhere in my yard. I'll find a spot for you, because I can't just throw you out.
Well, you
I,
put it in compost and it has another job there.
but this might have been
Who
this.
has to plant them too?
I have to plant them too.
Uh-huh.
They go somewhere.
This-
They might die there, but they go somewhere.
Exactly. But they might be the plant that is like the winning plant. Like it could be like I threw out the winning plant and all the other ones died.
I've had a year where everything I planted purposefully had a troublesome time, and everything that was extra that I just shoved in the corner was my harvest.
Right.
Like,
That's right. That's right.
so it's forever in me. Like, just plant it somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, I am planning to do the farm stand. It's the same thing as last year, but I'm a little bit hesitant to jump off because it's like I have visions for the farm stand for it to do well. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest here. Could you please welcome to the stage Carol from South Florida Sunshine? And
Gosh, I just saw it, Shawnee. Thank you. If I didn't check in my messenger, I would have totally missed it. I am so sorry for being late. I was actually editing. I was editing something. And,
Not a
yeah.
problem. It's not a problem
We're
at
just
all.
on the first question. Yeah.
Yeah, we only got to the
Okay.
first question.
Oh.
Yes. So I have those the ideas and plans on how to go more far reaching, but I think there is the part of me that gets afraid that you go, hey, I've got all these seedlings, and then when I
Right.
get to the point of having seedlings, there isn't a whole lot or a whole lot healthy. And then same with the plants and figuring out how to actually reach out to my community other than just word of mouth, like in people, walking by or driving by. And so the slow pace that it is, I like because there's no big expectations. And so I have to figure out how to deal with that side of me, the psychology of that. So, okay. So that's where I'm. Carol, are you still there? No?
The seedlings part of it is changing for me this year. I'm going to order my onions, besides the ones that I'm going to start here. I'm going to order them already started for me.
Mhm.
And I just want success, and I think that's the best way for me to get a leg up in it is to just do that. Now, if all those fail too, I do have an onion farm still, but I got to practice this,
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
taking that shortcut this year.
I was
Yeah.
like hottest in that thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
it takes a minute to be good at onions.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
does.
you for saying that. Thank you for saying that because people go, "Oh, onions are easy." Like,
I
and
don't
you're
feel
like,
that way.
Green onions are easy, the little spring onions.
sure,
Big
sure.
folding onions,
Bunching.
no.
Yeah, no.
It takes a minute to learn what they need.
Yeah. And so I want to stick to those kinds of things. Like the carrot, my carrot cropping was good. They weren't big, but it's the fact that I got carrots because there's sometimes like you go, I got 2 carrots this year. That was it. The seeds flew away or whatever. And so, it's wanting to hone in on those kinds of things. Cause again, oh yeah, that was the other thing that made it very difficult this year was because I was going to do salad bags and I did have some people buy a salad bag, but I couldn't pre-cut them because it was so ding dang hot. So it would be like it was by order, and I would just be a plastic bag, good size bag about this big, and I would take them into the back, and I go, okay, do you want some arugula? Do you want some romaine? And then and it's like, and I would give them a bag this big filled with for about
A hefty
$5.
bag. Yeah.
Hefty bag of salad greens because you couldn't cut them and then put them out because you don't.
They would turn to mush.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they get gross, especially if they're fresh and homegrown.
That's such a good way to think as a businesswoman, though. Salad mixes, your salsa boxes you've talked about.
Mhm.
Just that it's so inspiring to think about that. 'Cause it's like, yeah, I think that would work. Now there's that piece of, who,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Who's gonna come in for
exactly.
it?
And to put it together and to have it live because it was like I had the garlics going and then these aren't growing. Oops, that's not okay. Nope. put that aside. We're not doing those.
Doesn't
Right.
YouTube make it look so easy?
Yes.
When these market gardeners and everybody go, oh, just come and will you pick together? And it's just beautiful. And it's like, what?
And
It's
every
not-
piece of fruit is beautiful. And
Hello.
you know,
Right?
you go,
Does anybody
For
else feel that
real.
way in the chat?
Yeah.
there's my, here's my carrots.
Yeah. Oh, the carrots, right? Not
Yeah.
perfectly straight. Yep.
Yeah. Some of them
So-
look like they're crossing their legs. I've seen those and had those where they're just like all
Yes.
awkward looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like when I bought things from Desert Hills, and it was like I could get a cabbage. The
Mhm.
head of it was like this for $2.50. They were just massive.
Right.
Their boxes, like we had taco salads for dinner, and so Marissa's made some pickled jalapenos, and it was it's, I don't know if it's how big of the box was, but it was like $29 for all these beautiful jalapenos, and you go, okay, how is it that you guys grow so much and it's
Right.
all beautiful and perfect? It's not all of it is like, it's not like when you go to the store,
Mhm.
to Costco and you see all of the melons,
Yeah.
all, they like, why do they look plastic? But you just go, how is it that you guys have so much food and you're selling it at such a reasonable price?
Yeah.
Because we had jalapenos, forever with that. And I would
Right.
love to grow them. And it's like, I'd love to grow boxes of them. That is
Mhm.
my goal, but I haven't gotten there yet. So anyway, so Carol, you came in here with, this is our, what's something new or changing on the horizon for you this year?
I'm still working on it. You can look over on my channel and see my shorts that I am revamping the whole backyard, and I'm hoping that by the time I finish, I'll still be able to plant some annuals. I might just be right back to my perennials and taking care of my fruit trees and the soil, and that's okay too,
Yep.
But
Yep.
a whole new yard hopefully is coming my
It
way, a whole new
is.
backyard.
It's coming along,
It's
and
a
it's
huge
amazing.
remodel. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
uh-huh.
just moving. I was just working on a short of, lifting up the rain barrel and what that took, because it was just me lifting all those big CBS blocks, and I'm like, yeah, they make it look so easy.
Easy.
And these,
Yeah.
between, YouTube building pros and, people who are redoing their homes or they're
Yes.
redoing the garden.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
way easier.
Yeah. And and it's like, that was where you're wanting to bring the rain barrel up, right?
Right. Yep.
That's,
Yeah.
you're lifting it up higher. So,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, she's got a big job there, because those, that's a lot of bricks. Okay.
Yeah,
And
it was
I think the rain
12
barrel is probably
total.
about the same size as you, basically.
Yeah, it's about the same size.
height
That
wise.
I do let Theron take back onto. I took it off today, but I let him place
Mhm.
it on for me after, because I had no strength left after I fit everything together for the base
Right.
today. And I still
Right.
might even go back and lift it higher after looking at
Yeah.
the short. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I might
Before
go
I
higher.
started gardening, I used to watch the British gardening shows, and they do these
Mhm.
makeovers, and and it was like, yeah, I want to do that. And so I would,
Right.
go out and buy a few things, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I love lavender plants, so I'm gonna get my little 4 lavender plants, in an area. Like, yeah, in 10 years, those lavender plants will be beautiful. And I'd look at it and I go, why is it just not very nice? And then I started paying
Mhm.
closer attention. It's like, oh, because they planted 20 lavender plants in that space.
Exactly.
And so then it starts to look lush and green right away, not just this mud. So,
Yes.
all right, my next little question here. What's one thing you're excited to lean into this year, gardening or otherwise? Man, I keep hitting my mic. Gardening or otherwise.
I really need my perennials to actually make it this year. So we're going to really water everybody like your life depends on it, because I pretty much missed out on an entire year's worth of perennial growth in the garden.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
Are you
we're going to go
mulching?
really big with that. Wood chips
Wood
is
chips,
what I
good.
use for those. Yes.
Good. I'm just going to interrupt this in. Onions are heavy feeders. They need a lot of nitrogen and bone meal. I'm starting to learn more about that it's like, it's not just a one and done, Maureen. And potassium in the spring when they start to bulb. Most folks forget to ring around their bulbs, and I have learned that new for growth. They need sun exposure. So I do have the sun exposure, but they weren't getting bone meal, they weren't getting potassium, and they weren't getting rung around. So,
Well,
Right.
Tigsy, so right. They need the nitrogen right up until they start to bulb,
okay.
because the more leaves they put out, each one of those leaves represents a ring
Ring.
in the onion. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
um,
more nitrogen.
more nitrogen.
Obviously.
My onions were great last year, and I think it was the alfalfa pellets that were added in the fall,
Yes.
and I intend to add some more in the spring.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Like, but one thing I will say with onions is that they are just they're so hardy and so forgiving. Like, when you're planting them, planting the seedlings, like they don't mind. Like, when if they're all clumped together, you can just tease them out in some water, and they're great. But it's what you have to do once they're in the soil. That's what Maureen is learning about. So, anyway. That's just me. But I am learning. Oh yeah, that went away here.
Best teacher.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. We learn as we grow.
That's and who says that? Over at Shawnee
Shawnee.
Groves. Shawnee Groves says we learn as we grow. It's quite the cool kids' catchphrases. All the cool kids are saying it. We learn as we grow, which takes the pressure off, Like it really,
Yeah.
if you say that to yourself, we learn as we grow.
And you never stop. You never stop. I mean, I've been doing this for decades.
Mhm.
Never stop learning something new.
Yep. So again, what is one thing you're excited to lean into this year, gardening or otherwise? That was my big question.
I'm hoping to simplify, I guess, would probably be my answer.
That's good.
I learned the hard way that while it was fun and cool, and I have just a massive amount of canned tomatoes with 21 plants, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen when I didn't want to be in the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah.
I will have more tomato product than we can use up this year.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then, I have those words are coming out of my mouth at the same time as I bought a pressure canner because I want to try that too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's so the way. When you said you're going to cut back, I was like, let's see how that's going to go for Robin, because I know she loves all the varieties and finds new ones and goes, oh, well, maybe that one too.
We should try that one.
Yeah.
I've only purchased the one special one.
Wow. You are doing good.
And I did purchase 2 for the green, specifically for the green stock. That's it.
Okay.
I'm so far.
Mm-hmm.
What the?
Oh, Robin, we are going to help each other on our green stocks this year.
Hey, please include me. I have 2 in the box right now.
I have failed at that thing every year.
Although I'm in a totally different zone. I asked Bowtie for help, and he said, basically it all died, and, he has strawberries in his. Sorry, Shawnee.
Yeah, it's totally the feeding schedule. I did not anticipate that the nutrient would run through the soil
as much.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
convinced it's a feed thing.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any way to slow that down?
I don't think so,
Like
because
screening or anything for somebody who's setting up soon.
I don't think so. I think you just have to get in there and add, on a regular basis, which I didn't do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Get it.
Right. All right. Shawnee, did you already say yours, what you were excited about?
I am super excited about getting my perennials to survive and live.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thrive and live.
using wood chips, she said this year to do it.
Because it was like, it's about, it is about the feeding, and it is about keeping the hydration up for them. So
Yeah.
so
We
just
will
care.
at least have snow hydration this year.
Yeah.
Yes, because
You
you
didn't-
guys were low on the snow table. So
Yeah.
Anyone wants to see snow, come over to Shawnee Grows. I've been posting shorts.
Yeah.
snow shorts,
Yeah.
schnorts.
Schnorts.
Yeah. So Kara, what are you excited to lean into this year, gardening or otherwise?
Just connections in the community. Like, I have somebody who comes to my channel who actually owns a nursery, a small scale
Ooh.
nursery, and he's invited
Ooh.
me to, he's got some cuttings for me, and then I'm probably going to purchase, I possibly might purchase a new mango tree or two, or maybe three, from him, because of two taking damage. And yeah, I'm just leaning into hopefully getting more into the ground.
Yes.
And getting just my big project finished, which is a lot of wood chips. But,
Yes.
that broke ground for me by saying, hey, let's make this playground for Malachi. And also, having broken trees, I finally said, listen, we need to just get rid of this lawn. We don't
Right.
need it. It doesn't look good
Right.
anyway because of the trees. And I'm going to put in more trees.
Yeah.
Let's just put in mulch, and
Yeah,
he can play
let's
on that.
design it how you want it to be.
Right.
Yeah, so that is a real exciting thing, and you can see, on your channel, over at South Florida Sunshine and Tropicals, or just South
Just
Florida Sunshine?
tropicals. Yeah, no, and
South Florida Sunshine Tropicals. You can see all the little bits and pieces that Carol is putting out there to show this, huge transformation. So that's something very exciting for you to be leaning into this year. I love that.
Exhausting and exciting at the same time.
And I would like to
Like
know
you could-
anybody in the chat. I haven't been paying attention to the chat because it's I think I still don't have the ability. Not that it's easy to pay attention to chat and to be in the live at the same time, but it's like I have to kind of narrow my focus at this point just because of where my head's at. So if there is those of you that have put some things in the chat, what are some of the things that you're excited to lean in? I would love to hear these here in the chat. So I'm just trying to see here. Okay, they're talking about snow. That's what they're doing. Yeah. So.
Jay's going to send anybody who wants it some.
Yeah. So I just want to also say, hey, Team Ray Play, thank you for tuning in. Later, your presence and comments and support keep our garden community blooming. So for those of you, I just want to recognize for that are watching later, if you're, different time zone, because I know there's a few people who go, can't make it. Nope. Because we're sleeping. We're on the other side of the world. So we just want to say a welcome and a hello to you on the other side of the world. Okay, this question. What is one thing you've decided you will not be doing this year? Something you're letting go of? And you can have a list. I almost think we should do a live where it's like, and I know people have that. This is what I'm not. But I didn't want it to be too negative.
Right.
So it's like, what are some of the things you're not doing this year?
Popcorn. Those who know, you know. I'm not growing any popcorn in the garden land this year because I am battling pests in the soil. So to break their life cycle, you do not provide their food source.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
I am really contemplating not doing celeriac. I love it. I love celeriac. But this year they were small, even though I didn't do anything different than other years. And they take the whole season.
Yeah.
From start to, practically the snow flying.
Right.
So I may not do celeriac. And I love my celery, but honestly, the last 2 years, we just haven't used it in the summer. It's kind of something we tend to use in the fall, winter, and stews and soups. So I may just put in like maybe 3 or something. I don't know. I'm not completely decided, but those are 2 things I'm really thinking of eliminating.
Right. Okay.
I have no clue right now. I'm adding. So get back to me on what I'm taking away later. Maybe I'm taking away my negativity. I'm trying to counteract that negativity in my mindset that I can't, or
Yeah.
Want to just wait till I get the initiative on the weekend, because for one, I'm a weekend warrior. I can't do a lot during the
Yes.
week during
That's
our
true.
biggest growing season, which is winter, because of the
Right.
shorter days. So
Right.
yeah, trying to eliminate that negativity, because I am only able to do it on the weekend. And
Right.
usually on the weekend, I don't want to do anything but just sit and chillax and
Yes.
do what I want
Yes.
to do and not do work, because
Yes.
gardening is work. Like, I enjoy it once I'm out there, but today was work. There's parts that are work, and
Right.
those are the parts I have to be like, let's just get it done, and then you'll be
Yes.
happy after it's
Yes.
done, this part.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
I have because I'm a procrastinator gardener. And it's like, oh, sorry, I missed the window of keeping you alive. Sorry. So I like plants that, like, hey, she's not coming. Just hang in there, because eventually she will come and she will give us some water or food. So just hang in there. I like plants that are more that talk like that, not little fragile ones that are, they just wimp out on me really easy.
Right.
But I will say, spending 35 days in the hospital and then coming home and being a full-time caregiver, when I get a chance to go outside, I'm like, oh, outside. I love outside. I love it out. It's pouring rain. I don't care. I love outside. Oh, the mud splashing up. I don't care. I love outside. I have a new appreciation for getting out there and getting some work done.
Right.
That's one slight little change for me, is that it's like,
once you're in it, it feels great. Like, once you're in it and out there, I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's do I have something that I am excited, or no, something I'm not going to do this year? I haven't actually thought about it. Again, we're still in the rehabilitation and the adjustment of my mom living here. So that's a challenge in itself. And then there still is the fact that we will have to, once the house sells, then I will have to go up, pack the house, and bring down the things that she wants. Like right now, I just grabbed her a suitcase and off we went.
Right.
So there's lots of her life that is still up there that I'll have to bring down. So, my cards on the table of what I am going to plant, and I will do these things. But off the top of my head, I think I don't really know. What was the thing where you go, I hate that, it was mostly the bugs.
Right.
I hate slugs. I am not going to grow slugs next year.
Slugs.
But I think just that, again, scaling back, sticking. I'm not going to be growing. I probably won't grow Georgia candy roasters, as beautiful as they are and as plentiful as they are. They're so stinking big. What do you do with a 13-pound squash? And how do you sell a 13-pound squash? Except for, to a restaurant. I still have that opportunity. I can line myself up, for the fall with some things. But I probably won't grow the big ones. I'll grow the common ones. Some people did buy them, though. They were like, we don't know what it is. We want to try it. So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have one more kusha, but it is, I'm going to do them again because they are so dang tasty.
Yeah.
But, that's a lot of food, 2 pounds of squash. 2 people.
Yeah. Just about everybody that comes over, we go, oh, would you like to take home squash? It's a parting gift. You have to take a squash. Because it's the amount of sugar pie pumpkins I have in there. It's still just packed. Like there's lots that didn't sell and stuff like that. And so then we eat it, right? But we're okay with that too. And we have been, I know one of the things that Marissa likes us to do in the fall is like, let's take the whole month. And I'd love to do it in a film style of filming it, is like where we only eat what's from the garden, not including, of course, our meat and dairy, but it's like everything has to be from the garden. And, it's great on the budget, it's great on your health, all those kinds of
Right.
things.
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
mhm. Yeah, it would be a fun challenge to put on with everybody to go, in that certain month, it's like you only eat what's from the garden.
You grow
Right.
your
Now,
plate.
I
and
think
which,
Puddles is talking about she's going to do that over
Honey
there at
Puddles
Puddles
Farm.
Farm.
yes.
Off her land and off. But I mean, she has, animals too, other than the chickens. But yeah,
Yeah.
she was talking about that, and it's a great challenge. I'm thinking, yeah, I would starve. I'd have bananas and I'd have mulberries and maybe some roots. And at this point, I wouldn't make it. I have some greens too, but yeah, no.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Go for the
Yeah.
wild things around. I think every living thing would be looking out for.
Yeah. So I do want to just point out that every sub, share, and watch helps me grow my little garden channel towards, I want to hit that 3K goal. I did just hit the 2,500 goal. So thank you all, the new people that have come on board. And, it was interesting being away and not, I did have a few things kind of on the dock that I could, the shorts, and that was when I was doing the fall in the shorts. And so I was getting all that. But then it was like my focus was mostly my mom at the time and stuff like that. And subs kept coming, and it was like, wow, this is awesome. I'm not able to, work. So per se. And so it's kind of like that thing where it's like, so I do thank you all for being a part of the journey here with me. So what are you hoping this year feels like? Even more than what you hope it looks like. What do you hope it feels like? That's my big.
I want it to feel natural. I want it to be this flowing, beautiful, today in the garden we get to do this, instead of me being mad at it, right? Or arguing with myself while I'm doing the job because I had some weird moment in my brain. Sometimes we share that with others, but
Yes.
I just want a nice attitude towards it, and I'm going to accept whatever's coming at me from it. That's what I will be doing. And I want to use the food I'm growing the best I can.
Yes. I like that bow tie. That kind of goes along with it. I want the garden to feel like a huge hug.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like you see, there memes are coming out. This is what I want my 2026 to look like. And it's, there's an open window, and you can see the field in the back, and there's a loaf of bread cooling in the window, and and the son's driving the quad around doing stuff, and she's sitting in the chair, knitting, and it's like, yeah, I want that whatever that is, that feeling. But I don't know, if it's a mindset, because it isn't it's like, I'm sorry, the pigs have gotten out, someone has to go and wrestle the pigs back up to the farm. And, I don't have pigs, but just something goes sideways. But it's like, well, how do we get to that place where it's like, you know what, this is slow, hard work, because gardening is like, it's a lifetime commitment, it's a marriage. But it's like, you can't have these huge expectations, but that you breathe in between, you find that place of peace. I agree with you, Shawnee. I'd really like that. I want the gingham apron, and, and to look happy and to look peaceful, not to look, Anyway, I had interrupted you, Shawnee.
I was
Continue
done.
on.
No,
No,
that's all I
but
got.
you can give us more, because I like your ideas.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
I lost it. I don't.
It's really
I'm
rude.
missing it.
Yeah,
Just went off in fantasy land.
that's right. I'm
Okay.
putting it up for another minute.
Okay. What are you
60
hoping
seconds.
this
You
year
can read the
feels
question
like?
again.
Even more than what you hope it looks like. I really am hoping that I am going to look at my spaces and maximize each one, because I get big eyes because it's big land and I can just throw things everywhere. But when I started that new space last year in the warm annual garden by that arch that was built for the grapes that all died, that I could really grow everything. I I really need in that spot, thanks to, a wonderful book that I'm reading. And it's one that we did a review on the channel, and it was The Self-Sufficiency Garden by Hugh Richards. And spoiler alert, I did order his next book coming out in March. So we will have a review for that on the channel. But it's just really going into flipping this spot twice in the year, watching where you have warm spots and cold spots and utilizing them and observing the space and just really planning out your plate, right? Diva, you're saying I want to eat from my land completely. We're going to have a bunch of videos coming out on the channel where we're really looking at our plate and going, this is what I need to grow. So those are the seeds I'm going to get, and I'm going to plant that stuff instead of going, oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to grow that and then it's going to die.
And it has such a cool name.
Oh, and the name, when I say it, I feel French, right?
Courgettes. How many courgettes did you grow this year?
Aubergine.
Aubergines.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So are you done, Johnny?
Yeah, let's be done.
Okay. So, I had plans for the year, but my husband's now calling me one wing.
Oh.
And the reality is this is going to be a long heel.
Yeah.
So I've got to take that into my plan for the year, right?
Yes.
Like I was telling him today, I'm like, all right, babe, you know how I get up on my stone beds and I have stones inside to walk into and do stuff that way. I'm like, I'm going to be the edge person. I have to be the one that gets up and does anything up in the middle.
Right.
Because even if I'm all healed, I can't risk falling coming back out. Right.
Yeah.
So I just have to go forward, but think harder.
Yes.
How this is going to happen.
Yeah. And try just to, and as an encouragement, because you're in this state and the ages that we are, is that remember that you do have good balance, you do have a good core, you are able, because I think what happens when we do have injury, now we're afraid of injuring it again. So now you start holding yourself back. You actually start to decline because you're not, and I'm not saying, get in there and get into the center. No.
Yeah.
But don't let yourself start thinking I might fall, because you didn't fall. You were pulled. You were yanked. Right.
Very good.
So because that's what I'm realizing with my mom, is that it's like you have the ability to walk, but you are afraid. And so then the seizing up holds and you go, and now you are going to fall because you're not at a peaceful place. So that's just my 2 words of.
I totally agree
cents.
with that. As soon as I got sick with fibro and it started to get bad, and then, I really came off a really bad spell of it, I sat more because I was afraid of it. I was afraid of setting it off. But that sitting more made me lose muscle even faster, which caused even more pain. So it is a lot of what you say to yourself, plus it's mental too with fibro. So I totally agree with that. Like we start to actually clam up, and I love seeing how, like in the videos with you and your mom, how you're like, okay, tuck in your butt and do this and help me. And you're helping her, like she can't see herself from the side and what she's doing. And you're helping her like, Mom, just do this and do that. And then all of a sudden she's standing up straight.
Right.
Because that's what fear does, is it does make you want to go small. So you're not seen. So you're not hurt.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. And I also, when you said that, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. It says,
do you garden?
Gardener.
Do you gardener take this garden?
Your vows to the garden.
Yes, your vows to the garden.
I'm just going to interrupt. Here is Bowtie Life says, I want tall arches full of green and dripping with edibles, and high trellises so heavy with leaves that you cannot see the next bed through.
Sounds like loofah. I think you had that already, didn't you, Bowtie? Wait, didn't you did that? You did that. So you hit your goal already. Anything else is like, cherry on top.
Oh,
ouch. You need some of those long beans, the yard long beans,
Super easy here too. Yep.
Yeah.
hanging down and
Mhm.
looking cool when
Yep.
you
Mhm.
film it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The full disclosure, they're tasty, but they're not incredibly tasty. They taste a little bit nutty, and they
Yeah,
don't store
they're
well,
different.
but they look
Right.
cool.
Yeah, the red ones look really cool when they're hanging down. Like the deep burgundy ones. I want to get those next. I have the green and they do grow really well here. So that is great advice.
I've only eaten the
Oh,
Yeah, the green is like, I don't really care.
so Bowtie, he was on Carol South Florida Sunshine's live last night. And he was talking about being stuck.
Oh.
So yesterday he faced the addict and finished the wiring. Congratulations, bravo! And I
Faced
do
your
want to say
fear.
a quick hello to Outback Taz. Thank you so much
Yay.
for coming back, welcoming me back. And yes, you have
Yes.
been a member for 4 months. Awesome,
Mm.
awesome. And Storms, Radius and Cats is in here.
Hello, Diva.
You're never late, sir. You're never late. Good to see you. Good to
I
see you.
almost missed it if I didn't check my messages. I ran to the laptop when I saw Shawnee's like Diva's thing like on.
Yeah,
It's
well, I
like,
sent it out an hour and a half. I wrote it out an
no,
hour and
you
a
were
half
fine.
before I
I
did the
just
live.
I wasn't checking
Uh-uh.
anything. I hadn't
I know.
heard a
Well,
word.
it's
We were
been
praying-
2 months
we were, like,
since.
praying and hoping and like, will she, won't she? So
Yeah.
grateful.
So, Carol, what are you hoping this year feels like, even more than what it looks like? What do you hope it feels like for you?
A little bit more balanced, a little bit more
Mm.
relaxed, like me relaxed rather than so tense.
Yeah.
And just more joy, like more joy in the moment.
Yes.
I think especially with Malachi, like that acceptance of where we are and trying things. Because I get afraid he's just going to go berserk if I try something new with him because
Right.
he thrives on routine. Those kids thrive on routine.
Yes.
But then it keeps me from trying anything to put into our routine. So
Right.
yeah. So getting into that where I'm just going to take a chance and
Good.
yeah, again.
I love that.
I
So
definitely
it's a year of chances of you want to feel those chances. You want to feel what was the other thing that you'd said?
joy and relax,
joy,
which is very
joy.
difficult with special needs children who are not
Absolutely.
always joyful and scream in public and do things that
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But you
I
might
want-
find whatever adding something new into the routine, it could open up who knows what for
True.
you and your son, which would be just so
Yeah.
wonderful.
True.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of with all of you where, I want to feel that peace, that calm. I don't want that high stress.
Right.
And again, I've seen some other content creators who talk about that it's like, this is the long game. Like there is nothing that I have to have everything done. Like, we get an early spring, possible. Like there's a possibility. Like there was a few years back, or actually the year I bought my home in February, it was 20 degrees, which you double it and add 30. So that would be 75 for the whole month of February. And I was just like, I wasn't a gardener at the time. I was just weeding in that. And it's like, man, if that would have been happening, it would be like, oh my gosh, let's get it going. Like you just would increase the growing season even more by getting stuff out there. But it's like taking that time to stop, taking the time to actually, put the phone down, and not be on the phone and just taking in what's going on, around you in your home. That's kind of where I feel like I want to be as well. Like I want to be in that place of peace and calm.
There's a lot of power in watching the seasons changed with your eyes in your garden. What birds? What do we see? What bugs do we see? What plants are sprouting? What sounds do we hear? Maybe, hopefully, no more wasps. But all
right.
the stuff.
Definitely, hopefully.
I don't want to grow wasps either this year. No.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do want that. That gingham apron feeling. I just want that where I'm just calm about stuff. It's just like not sweating it.
Yeah, me too.
That and it's not about me doing less or whatever, but it's like I don't know what the expectation is on why we have to have all these things, and it has to look a
Right.
certain way. It's like, I don't know. I want you to come into my garden. I want you to feel peace. I want you to feel calm. I want you to, because there is microclimate, areas where
Mhm.
if you walk in my backyard, you walk, like, especially you walk under the pear tree and you go, it's 5 degrees cooler right here. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, you
Yes.
just notice it instantly that there's just
Mhm.
like the oppression of the heat. It's just like, it dies down.
Right.
And it's like, absorb that. So, hey, Cece, good to see
Mhm.
ya.
One of the
So-
first things in permaculture is observation. And they didn't, I was surprised they weren't teaching more about that in like that first free class. And they went right into systems and design your backyard. And I was like, no, where's the observation and teaching me how to observe my land?
Where's
How
this
can I
on?
plant anything if I don't know how to observe my land? But
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, thank you, Cece. I appreciate that. Yeah, Miss Betty.
Yeah.
She wasn't well on Christmas Day. I noticed her, and so then, and I don't know what she passed away from. I thought it was like, it wasn't sauerkraut, but definitely something.
Mhm.
Something was not quite right with her. She hadn't lost a
Mhm.
lot of weight, so it wasn't that she was. That means
Mhm.
to me, it's like that's not a cancer or whatever. But
Right.
and all my chickens are important to me, but it's like, with Dottie and Cleo, like I can still get like, where I get hot behind
Mhm.
my eyes is if I talk about them.
Right.
Betty, not so much. She was a mean chicken. She
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
very, very mean to the girls.
She was very mean. I was like,
She
I'm sorry she's gone, but it was Betty, the mean one. She was the one that picked on everyone, right? Like,
She was, and it was
Mhm.
just like, stop being such a bully. I will say in the last couple of months, and maybe she did have a cancer or something like that, and
Mhm.
because she was a lot calmer and she wasn't as, always, chasing, I don't
Mhm.
want you around here, because poor Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn just has been beaten up so bad. Like, she has new eyelids on her, new eyelids on her, new eyelids on her, new eyelids, and they're like, her eyelids are not even growing normal because they kept ripping them off. Like, it's just, they're so
Oh,
mean.
yeah.
And
Maybe it was
not that it was,
hormonal. Yeah, something that would throw her hormones because she was.
yeah. Well, I will have to say, like, with Gwendolyn, if you have somebody that is just always in your face going, bah, 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 bah,
Oh yeah,
bah, 'cause
I'd
she's
probably.
broody all the time, you
Yeah.
would want to, like, shut up. Could you
Yeah.
just stop with the bah, 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 bah?
Yeah.
Always broody, right? But
True.
but I do care about Miss Betty. I did. It's not like I'm heartless or anything like that. But it's like, she was 3.5, and it was like, okay, good. You're not going to beat up on your sisters anymore. So
I don't know if we take this as as a pun or not.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, and for sure. So anyway, any other comments or anything that you guys want to share, or anything that is new for you?
I really want to do a better job at, like, what is it, journaling or record keeping, or, being able to look back at the year in a thing and go, oh, that's right. Just whatever
Mhm.
that is,
Mm.
I want
And
to
That's
get
here,
better
though.
at
You have
that.
it. You
and
have it here.
tagging things down.
And in the
Tagging is
garden,
good.
it has a plant
In the
tag.
garden, this is
Yeah.
what this is. Don't think that you and I are not allowed to say, oh, we're fine, we'll remember it.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
No.
Tagging,
Let's just
writing
put that
it
right now.
down.
Yes. Write that down on the clipboard. I will tag my plants this year.
Will tag my plants this year. I will tag my plants
I
this year.
do not remember. I
do
will
not
do
remember. I will tag my plants this year. You will not remember, Maureen. You won't. Quit
Amen.
lying to yourself.
I really hope to explore what that looks like in an upcoming
Mm.
live stream at some point, January, February, with journaling and documenting and what am I supposed to keep track of and how do I do it? So
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
David. What's up, David Core?
Oh, hey, David Core with Crop. Good to see you. Good to see you. What up, everybody? Happy New Year to you, sir. Good to see you here.
So did anybody have anything with regards to preserving that exceeded their expectations this year?
Oh, there's Marissa's hand. Hi, Marissa.
and
There's the hand. The question was there any exceeding with preserving this year? Do we have any?
She's speaking with the consultant of preserving in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go
Yeah.
first, and you guys can think.
Okay.
I was really, really, really impressed with the cowboy candy.
The cowboy candy. Okay.
Best thing I made. Now, you know, my oldest brother and his wife and I were decidedly the ones that enjoyed it the most because it was perky. It wasn't death perky, but it was perky.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in a yummy, perky, sweet, very nice way.
I haven't tried it yet.
For us, it was more about the abundance. Like Marissa when we started making the natural pickles, naturally fermented pickles, that became an obsession for her. And so, like, you know, she was putting them in jars, you know, this big, and she was like, and every time she did one or two, it was like, that's not enough. We need more. We need more. My pickling cukes were pathetic this year, so again, I bought them from Desert Hills and made more. But I would say, like, for us, it was the tomato, like all the tomato products that we made. That was the star for us, because there was just so much that we made. And it's like my ketchup this year, best ketchup recipe. You know, you do have to tweak it a little bit depending on the sweetness of your tomatoes. Our second batch of tikka masala, not so good, but still, like, you know, still delicious, because it all depends on the garam masala that we put into it. And our first garam masala was good and it was hot, it was delicious. But seeing the abundance of the canned goods on the cupboard, and this fall, I said, oh, like, well, I'm just going to grab a canned chicken, and a can of tikka masala and rice. And it was like in 20 minutes, here was dinner. Like, I love that idea of like, oh, well, I'm just going to go, like the other day I made lazy man cabbage rolls for my mom and I. Again, 20 minutes for the rice to cook. I'm opening up a jar and heating it up. And so I love seeing just the canned products that we're making and getting to that place where it's like, let's eat from the pantry. You know, we were doing it as, you know, more supplies back in 2020 and 21. I had such a big family, but it's like, okay, it's time. We should start using some of these supplies and then replenishing, of course. Yeah.
So my buddy in the UK, Digwell Green Fingers, Steve, he does a lot of recipe videos along with the garden videos. And he did one very recently called Campfire Stew, a Royal Navy campfire stew. It's a slow cooker recipe. And basically he said there's a lot of different things that you can put in it, but I figured, you know, his spice package was probably the thing that held it together. So I went in and started cleaning out the freezer, put leek that I had up there. I put, you know, some cherry tomatoes, some paprika peppers, a couple of different kinds of beef, you know, and I stuck it all in there. And the only thing I changed was I took one of the little containers of barbecue sauce that I made this year and added that in there. Oh my God. I don't know exactly what I did, but whew, that is nice. And so easy in the, you know, in the context of slow cooker, you know, and it gets better like the next day.
Right.
Yeah. Anything in the slow cooker does. Yeah. The next day it's better. True.
It's always great when you try something new and it's a repeat. You should,
Yeah.
I want to make it again. Yep.
You know, am I going to actually be able to do that again? Because I really was cleaning.
You're cleaning out the freezer. I was wondering that. Were you writing down exactly what you were pulling out while you were cleaning out the freezer?
Just anything that sounded like it would go in there. Oh, I put some corn in there. I don't know, man. It was good. Beans. I had some beans in there.
It's almost like bucket soup, but, you know, like premeditated bucket soup, because it's not just all your little bits and leftovers. It's like, yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
sorry.
Yeah. So I have to say that both my ketchup that I did this year and the barbecue sauce were awesome. But I think it's down to that Heinz 1350 tomato.
Mhm.
That's
You know,
what made it.
I think that it's a tomato meant for that purpose, and it
Yes.
does make all the difference.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I food that before and just mixed everything I had in the yard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Mm.
Yeah. Um,
We got hit bad with whitefly this year down here in Florida. I don't know about you up there, Bowtie, but the South got hit with whitefly, and they went after my jalapenos first. And I didn't realize what I had because I remember telling the ladies, the team here, that I thought I had something totally different when I ripped up my yam leaves. I thought it was what
Like a
was that?
powdery
The
mildew.
powdery mildew. And I was like, oh, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't want powdery mildew in my yard. So I pulled all that up, threw it out, and then I looked down at them again, and I'm like, that doesn't quite look like powdery mildew, and I'm seeing a lot of bug activity. Oh, this is whitefly, I bet. And sure enough,
mm,
that was all whitefly eggs. And on my jalapenos, it still looked sickly, whitefly, and they still look sickly. So I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where our weather is different. Like we talk about this all the time.
Oh,
You guys
David.
didn't have a lot
mhm.
of rain. You didn't have
Right.
any hurricanes to wipe out
Right.
their
Mm-hmm.
reproduction cycle. So they're
Right.
just hanging
Mhm.
out, doing the thing, you know?
Right. Oh, I don't do poinsettias because I have a dog.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Try
I don't
saving a
do them
poinsettia and setting
as
it
a
out in the
trap
garden
plant.
for
Yeah,
you.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'll find another one, but that's a good idea. Trap plant, and then what David Corey said with the cayenne. I did find stuff that removes the eggs, and that was just the castile soap with the neem oil, and I got that from the Rusted Gardener. Is that how Gary? I can never say his last name.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
He sells the cold pressed neem oil.
Yeah, I didn't have his neem oil, but I had his recipe of what he put together, and I just put it together from the castile soap and the neem cold pressed neem oil I had. But yeah,
It's
that's what helped. But still, they were buggered. I mean, the nurseries were complaining down here too, and they went after trees that I didn't know they go after. It was bad. So I hear you, Bowtie, when you say that about he hasn't made cowboy candy. He was saying like 6 years in of growing jalapenos, and I haven't made cowboy candy yet.
I've never made cowboy candy.
I haven't. I didn't do much preserving. My preserving, and Shawnee and I have mentioned this before in lives, that we grew up with freeze mothers who froze things that they didn't can. So I froze a bunch of bananas. I froze the jalapenos that I did have. I cut them up with my kitchen shears and stuck them in a bag in case I want to make a small thing of cowboy candy. Maybe I'll get a 4 ounce, or I don't know. But the bananas came in handy because when we had that rescue that hated my husband, she loved them. Frozen bananas in her little Kong treat, and she went through them, and it saved me quite a bit of money on like dog treats, and I wasn't giving her anything harmful. Like I was
Right.
giving her an organic banana from my garden that was just frozen. And so that made me feel good. And I can use them in smoothies, but I can't say we did much preserving. I look forward to doing it, but a
Yeah.
lot of fresh eating. Like I was very happy that I got soursops this year, and the mulberries are always good, and things like that. But yeah, we freeze our corn, carrots. Yeah,
you know, something else that worked out really, really good this year, and Shawnee reminded me of the fact, I hung that Principe Borghese Italian heirloom tomato that was supposed to be drier and able to last longer, upside down in the garage for a while, and dried them, and then I kept them in a little basket for a while just to see how long they'd go, and then finally I was like, I just got to move forward with this and preserve them a different way, and so I dehydrated all of them.
Right.
And then I actually threw the dehydrated tomatoes in the freezer, but dang, they are just a flavor bomb.
Yeah.
They are so concentrated in flavor, anything you add them to, it's just amazing. And then No, it's
Is
my
it like a sun-dried tomato or less sweet? Like,
no, like a sun-dried tomato.
oh, okay.
And that pepper that I've made now for the second year, the Anaheim pepper powder, it is a lot of work, to remove all the seeds and the ribs and everything,
Mhm.
and then dehydrate.
Right.
But dang, once you have that powder, it's amazing.
The placenta, isn't that what they call? What do they call that? They don't call it just the ribs on the inside. They have a female word for it. What is that female word? Do you know, for the anatomy of the inside of the pepper?
I don't.
I think it freaked me out one time when I heard it. It's like, what? It's called a what? Let me see. Go ahead.
The preserving conversation for our household is this year for 2025, I did not water bath can one thing, which is different. I started hard doing that before I had a good sized garden even. I was practicing with things from the farmer's market or the fruit truck, like Florida strawberries are coming in a couple of weeks here to Minnesota. So, we'll have an opportunity to do something with those, probably just eat them all, to be honest. But I really wanted to hone in on what can be grown and cured and then go on the shelf. Let's have a lot of that. And then I just froze peppers whole.
I did look it up. It is called the placenta. For those of you who don't know, it's where the pepper seeds actually cling to, just like, when a mommy's having a baby and it clings to the placenta. That's exactly the same thing. It says the placenta inside a pepper is the white pithy tissue where the seeds attach, acting as the plant's nutrient hub. It's also the primary source of the capsaicin, the chemical that makes peppers spicy, with the glands in this tissue secreting the heat. To reduce heat, you remove the placenta and seeds. The flesh, or pericarp itself, has much less heat unless the capsaicin bleeds into it. There you go. Fun facts.
It's totally true, because you can take that Anaheim pepper, which is about 500 to 2,000 in Scoville, down to, hardly anything. Oh, I was afraid of my Joe's Long cayenne peppers, and I had so many. I had like 2-gallon bags filled of these, and I did dehydrate some. I did string some up real cute to hang in the kitchen and dry off. But I finally got brave. I put some cream cheese on a cracker, and then just a little bit of the cayenne on there. Like, oh, that was good. So the next one, I put a little more cayenne and a little more cayenne and a little more cayenne, and I'm like, it's very flavorful and not blow your head off. Been up to 30,000 Scoville.
Whoa, yeah.
And it got seeds and everything, because those stinkers were so tiny. I wasn't going to be slicing them. And
what's the Scoville of a fairly hot jalapeno? I know some can be mild.
It's around 5 to 8.
Okay.
I don't know. Jay, do you mind looking that up?
2,500 to 8,000 Scoville for a jalapeno.
Yeah.
2,000?
Yeah, 2,000 to 8,000.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's like when you're saying 30,000, I go, I don't know, but I love keeping the seeds in myself.
I always take seeds out of stuff. Not a seed gal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like when I do my cayenne, when I dry out my cayenne, it's like it's got the seeds, it's got everything in it. So yes, Bowtie, you do know you do know Scovilles very well. So.
Yeah, those cayennes. So I do dry them whole, but then when I go to use it, I take the stem off and then I go like this and I get all the seeds out and then I cut it up and use it because I don't want the seeds in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to dry more things next year, thanks to Robin's inspiration.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, yeah, I want her dehydrator. It's like
I need to get a dehydrator. Nobody gave me one for Christmas.
I need to get one too.
No, I didn't get one for Christmas either.
I've just used the low setting on my oven ever since that mishap with the used. Yeah.
I did the low oven today with some cherry tomatoes from the store.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
It was way faster than I expected, and I almost burnt them.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That does get to be a problem. I still have tomatoes frozen from the garden. So even when I got home in
Mhm.
December, there were still tomatoes that were still ripening. So they,
Mhm.
I waited for them to ripen, and then we
Incredible.
bagged them and threw them in the freezer. So my goal this year was like, I don't want a tomato bag of no frozen tomatoes in the freezer. It didn't work. So we got such a late cropping, and then just so prolific.
Hard. Prolific.
There we go. Oh, I can't still say it. My mouth. Nope.
Prolific.
Not the L. Prolific.
Prolific.
I want the L there first. So there still is tomatoes to do things with, but there's lots of tomato products that we can do in that. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
And then you find out what your thing is. Like everybody's like, you mean you and Al go through salsa first? And I'm like, yeah, that's the first thing that I made that we love and, are going to blow through for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because nobody uses salsa here.
Mhm. Right.
Well,
you have to figure out what works for your house. Shawnee's talked about that before too, like on our channel. Like you really want to grow what you're going to eat.
Yeah, we don't eat salsa as a whole. We use it as a base. So if we're going to make tacos, we scramble fry the hamburger, throw in the salsa, so that's got all your flavor. Throw in a little bit more of oregano, maybe a bit more garlic if our salsa wasn't garlicky enough. We want more garlic. Right. And then, of course, the cumin, rather than using taco seasoning mix. Right. And then when we make, if we make a taco lasagna, again, the salsa is used for that. When we make our tortilla soup, that's our base, is the salsa. So it's actually, our salsa is more like it's like a base, a soup base, or a base for whatever we're going to make in that Mexican side of things. So, yeah. But, for me to go and sit and, I'm going to have, chips and salsa, no. Or even if I have nachos, I'm not, mind you, the garden salsa that we made, or Marissa made, it was like, my goal this year was everything from the garden goes into the salsa, because there's always some peppers missing or some onions missing. So it all went in. Now I know where the onions went, because I thought I grew way more onions. I can't see them in the larder. And it was like, where the heck did they go? They went in the salsa. And that we did have nachos the other night, and I did actually have the salsa, and I actually went back for more, just because the flavor was so good. Like it was, so, hey, Dave Knight, I see you came in, or someone's saying hello to Dave Knight.
Dave Knight is using dehydrated garden stuff in his tea, it sounds like. I want to do that.
Nice. Yeah.
You're
right.
That's what I have behind me, is my dehydrated stuff.
What's the first thing from the garden that you missed once it was gone and you couldn't have it again this year?
My first brain answer right now is cucumbers.
Yeah, you had great.
And don't laugh.
You had some great ones. And lots of
you had truckloads of cucumbers. Truckloads. What are you talking about?
Wait till you preserve them. Then
but when you don't have them,
I want one now. Yeah, I want to make my juice or something, or crunch on it. Yeah.
Right.
For me, it's broccoli. Broccoli.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Real good broccoli. Yeah. And we got, I don't know that I got any broccoli this year. We might have, I got a little tiny bit. It was just it was not happy. It was not growing. Not this year. Lots of things that didn't grow.
Yeah, mine was the soursop. Once it started producing and I was getting soursop, I didn't want it to stop. And it is flowering, but I mean, this weather just took out a lot of leaves, just burnt up but it's fine. Like I went out there and I was pulling off the dead leaves, because the new leaves are already trying to sprout and come out. So it's okay, my tree, but yeah, I miss it. Like I want some more soursop. I'm hoping I can get it a longer season out of it now that it is moving.
Do you have something that you miss once it stopped, Robin?
Oh my gosh, crazy, but the parsley, because we made the tabbouleh kind of nonstop.
Yeah.
Now I can't make that yummy fresh tabbouleh, which would also require the fresh mint.
Right. What about getting a little unit for the kitchen, like a hydroponics unit for that?
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She spoke about it before. It's hard with her traveling life in
Yes,
the
that's
winter.
true. She's a
They
jet
go.
setter. Yes.
Of course, I don't know how much traveling or
Yeah. Well, maybe while you're down, that's what you could do, and it would give you a little happiness seeing your plant.
Yeah, our parsley keeps growing in the winter, like as long as we don't get a big dump of snow. So I still have parsley and onions
Oh,
and other herbs out there right now.
that's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Mine's under a big dump of snow.
And you're
Now,
happy.
Shawnee?
Yeah, it's okay.
That was that white
I have
pepper?
a load of dehydrated parsley and mint, but it does
Not
not
yeah,
the
not
same
the
Same.
No, no, no.
Mhm.
in tabbouleh.
Yeah. No, not in tabbouleh. It's not the same.
Dave Knight picked his last tomato 6 weeks ago. That's what he misses.
I bet.
So you can run down to Bowtie's garden and pick some
Parsley.
if you want. So yeah, like we have it was so mild today. My son actually came over and we put the gardens to bed
Oh,
in January. And finally, well, I don't know if any of you saw my short on the 23rd. Yes, I was driving home and there was 20 bales of straw sitting on my lawn that I did not order. I was not planning to order straw because I have anywhere about 6 to 8 bales from last year or the year before that I still had. I didn't need any new straw, and it was like, what the heck? I was not expecting. And so when and it's like, Marissa was a surprise, and she got them for $6 a bale. That's so cheap.
Right.
And they were delivered for like $25. You just go, like when I go to the mercantile store, they were 21 2 years ago, $21 a bale.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
huge savings.
Um,
Yes.
And so I was like, okay. So she said, okay, here's some ideas of what to do with them. Cause I used to also do straw bale gardening. Well, this year we are going to do some straw bale gardening. And then we filled up all the beds. So we've now got them all worked out and whatever. So there was that. And there was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, and I've not been to the offsite garden at all. So that is going to be an adventure because we have had rain like you would not believe. Like both my son and daughter work in an industry where when it rains, their phones don't stop ringing for both of them in both their things. My one son, he's in mitigation. So he's the first one on when you've got the flood. And then Marissa works for a plumbing company where their plumbers needed to go out because there's been just so much flooding in people's basements and stuff like that. So it was everybody, locally just said, this is not how rain is. And so I have no idea when I go out there, like, are my arches going to be knocked over? I have no idea. Or not my, I have no idea.
Coffee sacks float away.
Right.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yes, those are $6 bales. And so it's like, how could she not, So it's one of those things. And so it's, I want to utilize it. And we could have turned around and, I could have went, I'll sell them for $10 a piece or $15 a piece, $10 would be decent. And I have sold them. Like when people go, where do you get them? And I go, well, you can buy one right here. I got them, and it's like $10. And sometimes I just sell them for what I paid. Like it's because it's not something I'm trying to make money on. It's just like, hey, I want to give you the deal that I got kind of thing. So anyway, I think we were down to 3 bales, and so, or maybe there's 4 or 5, maybe. And so they are now off of the lawn and they're put under, because I don't have a pole barn. Shawnee told me one day, you don't have a pole barn to put 20 bales. So I said, no, I don't. You're correct, because I live in the city. So they are under the tarp. So they're there, probably, housing some mice, which there's lots of mice in my shed this year. I went and moved a bag and probably saw 7 of them all.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm working on that too. But
Put a little cat house out there.
just as well,
Kitty.
exactly. But just don't eat my chickens.
That's right. Don't eat the chickens.
Leave the chickens alone. You got free Halloween bales. Yeah, that was, some of the suggestions that the seller was like, hey, you could build a castle, or, could build a fort for your kids. And so she got caught up with it. But most of the bales are dealt with today.
Build a hotbed. There's all kinds of fun projects.
Right.
Yeah, well, we are going to do some straw bale gardening in it this year. The plan will be, I'm going to try to grow my watermelons and my pumpkins in them this year, rather than growing them in ground. So
cool.
At home?
At home.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not out at the offsite garden. Yeah, that's needs a whole new revamping thought process. Just because it just gets so out of control. Right. You plant the pumpkin plant here and it vines itself while the other, 16 plants all vine itself, and it's like it's over there.
Right.
So I have to come up.
Do you think you'll grow more, I don't mean container friendly as in planted in a container, but bush pumpkins, bush squash, but like non-long vining stuff, or just less maybe? Like, have you thought how to tackle that?
No.
Okay.
I think because I only realized that about a year or two ago that there are bush zucchinis and vining zucchinis. I just, learned that sort of thing. So I don't know if I know that there are bush spaghetti squash, or that there's bush pumpkins.
I don't know. It seems like there's a bush for everything these days. So it's just like,
yeah. Yeah. So that's what I think it might be just doing again a little bit less.
Okay.
Making sure to go out at least once a week, or maybe twice a week, so that because we did get it under control, but to keep it contained. You grow this way, you grow that way. Once you get them started, then they're okay. But it's, if I miss a week, it's like, whoa, geez.
The training. Yep. Gotcha.
Have you thought about going up with any of the smaller squash?
Not out at the farm, because it's about thinking about where do I have making the structure for them to go up. So I have done some up at home. I did that with, what was I think I did it. Forget what it was. And then I put everybody in little slings. I don't know if it was the cantaloupe or honeydew that I did that. And with my zucchini, I usually try to go up on a pole, not very successfully. So.
It's all part of the planning process. That's this time of year, is talking out, this was kind of an issue. What can I do differently this year? Yep.
Yeah, because like those little Cajo melons that I sent you, Shawnee, they are perfect going up because they're small.
Good to know.
Yeah. And I did at home here, with the one bed, I do encourage the spaghetti squash to climb up and over. So I do have I've always tried to do the spaghetti squash just because there is so many. But the main thing is, you know what? You have to just decide, Maureen, that, in that raised bed, you're only going to put three squashes. That's it. Not 6.
Right.
Because there's not vining surface. Like, there's just no vining surface.
Right.
but it does look really cool. Like when it's like, when it's,
Yeah. That offsite garden
That-
looked amazing when you had all the squashes going berserko.
Mhm.
Even the
look-
front yard looked cool.
Yeah, for sure. But that's a lot too with what you have going on and then going to the offsite garden and having a garden at home and possible, getting called in for, being the diva of the stage. And, it's just
Mhm.
like a lot of and,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But the better my mom gets, the less that she will need me. So that part is good. Yeah. So when she starts being more independent of herself, then I'm not required to be so close to home. But
good.
like on her, like it was, we have a hospital bed in the house, and so I have one of those little doorbells, and so whenever she needs me, she just ding dong, so I can be out in the yard and stop what I'm doing and go in and help her whatever she might need. So, but we are basically going to wrap this baby up. So I do appreciate you all for joining us. So thank you so much.
Mm.
And again, well, I just want to just say, thank you to Robin and to Shawnee and to Carol for coming and hanging out tonight. It's been great to, and they, all three of them, and like, hey, are you going to do a live? You could
Yes.
you could do a little live. You could do a short live. We'll be there. So thank you, ladies, for all encouraging me and for coming up and supporting as I kind of break myself back into. But so I do want to say thank you all for holding space for me while I was away. Your comments and kindness and continued presence reminded me that this channel isn't about content, it's about community. And I am deeply grateful to be back with you all. And a special thank you to Miss Sharon, whose faithfulness, encouragement never went unnoticed. You helped keep this place warm. So thank you, Miss Sharon. You are just such a special person to all of us. And we do feel your love and support, even on those days where we don't quite feel like we are ourselves. So thank you for that, Miss Sharon. I do really appreciate you. Anyway, all have a good rest of your weekend. And, hopefully I'll be back next Saturday and I'll have my regular Saturday. Thank you. That I'll have my regular Saturday, 7 p.m. It would be nice to get back to this routine. And I think we're basically there. So anyway.
That's 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, sorry, I forget
That's okay. No, you're good.
Yeah. Anyway, take care and God bless you all. Bye-bye.